Hello everyone, welcome to our Bible story time. Today we will learn about the book of Exodus, a wonderful story about God's great rescue plan. We will see how God saved his people, guided them through difficult times, and taught them how to live. This story reminds us that God cares for us and is always faithful. The Israelites were living in Egypt, but life became very difficult. A new king was afraid of them and treated them badly. God's people cried out for help, and God heard their prayers. This story teaches us that even when life feels hard, God sees our struggles and never forgets us. To rescue his people, God chose a man named Moses. As a baby, Moses was protected and saved by God. Many years later, God called him through a burning bush. God had a special job for Moses. This reminds us that God can use ordinary people to do extraordinary things. Pharaoh thought he was the most powerful ruler, but God showed that he is the true king over everything. Pharaoh's power was limited, but God's power has no limits. We learn that we should trust God above all people because he is wise, loving, and strong. God sent powerful signs and wonders to Egypt. Each plague showed that God was stronger than anything Pharaoh trusted. God wanted everyone to know that he alone is Lord. When we face problems, we can remember that nothing is greater than God's power and care. God told his people to place lamb's blood on their doorposts. This was a sign of protection. The angel of judgment passed over those homes, and the families were kept safe. This points us to God's love and rescue. We can trust God because he provides a way of salvation. When Pharaoh changed his mind and chased the Israelites, they seemed trapped. But God made a path through the Red Sea. The people walked safely across, and God protected them. This story teaches us that God can make a way even when there seems to be no way. In the desert, the people became hungry. God lovingly provided manna from heaven every day. He gave them exactly what they needed. God wanted them to trust him one day at a time. We can also trust God to provide for our needs each day. God gave his people special instructions called the 10 Commandments. These rules help them love God and love other people. God's commands were not meant to make life harder but better. When we follow God's ways, we learn kindness, honesty, respect, and love. While Moses was with God, the people made a golden calf and worshipped it. This was a serious mistake. Yet God showed mercy and forgiveness when they turned back to him. We all make mistakes, but God is loving and ready to forgive those who sincerely repent. God instructed the Israelites to build the tabernacle, a special place where his presence would be among them. This showed that God wanted to live close to his people. Today, we can remember that God desires a relationship with us and wants us to walk with him every day. Before God rescued them, the Israelites were slaves in Egypt. After God rescued them, they became a free people learning to follow him. God changed their story completely. This reminds us that God can transform our lives and lead us toward a better future. God guided his people with a cloud during the day and a pillar of fire at night. He showed them where to go and stayed with them throughout their journey. Thank you for watching. God bless you. See you next time. Goodbye.